Hi everyone, welcome back to Plugged In Podcast by Plug and Play guys. This is our fourth episode. I'm Ben, and today we have our guest Peter again.
Yeah.
I think we covered quite a extensive episode on that.
Yes.
We spoke about how tech has changed, the DSP implementation,
Yeah.
installation setup, and even how we listen to music compared to, we were talking about CDs versus live streaming, Tidal, and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to follow up with that topic, I would like to cover some of these questions I have. Is it more difficult now to install compared to before?
Oh, now a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I would say, because of the DSPM that is plug and play,
Mm,
it brings down the number of components required to
mm,
set up a good car audio system. In the past, we would have to use a crossover.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
have to use a preamp,
Mm,
equalizer,
mm,
okay, and then finally the amplifier.
yeah.
All that four items now all get into built in as one nowadays, you
One
see.
integrated
So it's a
unit.
lot simpler, a lot lesser cabling,
Yeah.
a lot lesser issues of interrelated
Mm.
signals. Those days we had those problem with aeroplane sound. Install it at about 9 p.m. at night, and then the car has a funny sound.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
that is caused by
the
the
grounding. Well, because of all these items that are related to each other, the signal chain.
mm,
You know,
mm,
so there could be a ground loop within one of these items that's causing it.
mm,
And also, normally we will install with different brands. You see.
mm.
So different brands, they have to work to each other, then we have to adjust it.
I
So
see.
sometimes really at the end of the day is solving these issues that
Mm.
are really time consuming.
So the setup now is a lot
It's a lot
more.
simpler. It's everything in one.
Yeah.
Everything is already taken care of
Mm,
within itself, you see.
mm,
So there's a whole lot lesser cabling
mm.
and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that brings me to the next question. I mean,
Mm.
since it's a lot simpler now than before,
Yes.
what about their skill levels of installers today versus before?
Okay, the skill levels nowadays to actually just plug and play
Yeah.
the item in,
Yeah.
it's a lot simpler than before.
Yeah.
Of course, there is also the part where a different skill needs to be have now lah, that
Mm,
we need to have is like tuning the DSP
mm,
and the skill set with the laptop. You know
mm,
how to apply the theory of audio
mm,
into a car cabin acoustics.
mm,
You know, and how you would tune a DSP
mm,
to cater for that lah.
mm,
Okay, so it's a different skill set, I would
mm,
say.
mm,
But in terms of actually physically installing the
mm,
new, I mean nowadays these
mm,
sort of items is a lot simpler,
mm.
definitely a lot simpler. And hence, the skill sets of the installer now, it's moving into a different.
You can say it's I guess it's more digital now compared
Yeah,
to
yeah,
before. I think
yeah,
before it's very analog.
yes,
Your skill levels is measured by your level of creativity in your installation,
yeah,
your fabrication, right?
yeah,
I mean, um, but then in terms of sound tuning, I think there isn't much back then because you couldn't. I mean, you can't tune the sound like what you have today, right? Because
yeah.
everything is set. Even the passive crossovers are set. You can't
Mm,
do any sound adjustments. I mean, you could, but it's very limited. I think it's the audio control era. Where they
yeah,
have all these
yeah,
equalizers. I guess that was the most they could do.
yeah.
Compared to today, I think it's a little more high tech. And I think the results you get is also better. Can I say that?
Yes, the results are better also
Mm.
due to the fact that in the past,
Mm.
because it's very time consuming and
Mm.
we need to take time
Mm.
to actually experiment with different crossover points, for
Oh yeah, yeah,
example,
yeah. That's right.
different settings on the EQ
Mm.
to see whether that crossover point actually is suitable for the setup or not.
Mm.
But nowadays, it only takes like 5 seconds
Mm.
to change a point
Yeah,
and to apply certain settings,
yeah.
and hence the tuner, the person who tunes, has a lot of free room to play around
Mm.
with the
Mm.
different settings to suit the car lah.
I see.
And hence that's why I think productivity has gone up
Mm,
in
mm.
that
It's also
sense.
the
The
the the
productivity.
the power of technology these days,
Yes,
lah. I
yes,
mean, with
yes,
the
help.
DSP, I
Yeah.
mean, at your fingertips, you can,
Yes.
change the setting of your
Yes.
car audio.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, just to summarize this particular topic that we spoke about, what do you think of the aftermarket car audio now versus before?
Oh,
Just to summarize, what do you? I mean, your opinion.
my opinion, car audio today,
Mm.
um, firstly, in terms of costing,
Mm.
it's definitely gone down.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we spoke about.
What you used to spend, let's say 5,000 ringgit in the past,
Mm.
now if you spend 5,000 ringgit, you get a whole lot more,
Mm.
a whole lot better sound as
Mm.
compared to that 5,000 in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And then another thing would be due to so many different technology, especially in chipsets and all that,
Mm.
uh, the market has come to a point where we are able to get very good audio in the car
Mm.
uh, without having to do too much,
Mm.
even though I mean, in those days we used to do custom mounting of the speakers
Yes. Yes.
due to the lack of a DSP.
Yes.
We had
Yes.
to change the angle of the
Placement.
speakers and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if you want to do up a simple system,
Mm.
you can actually get away with the standard locations,
Mm.
have a DSP and tune it, and you get very, very, I wouldn't say the best, but you get very good sound already
Mm.
from that, even without having to move the speakers around,
Mm.
you know. Uh, and hence, I would say uh, it's a real, in terms of costing, it has come down, all
Mm.
right. And in terms of the technology itself, it has provided us the opportunity to get really nice, enjoyable audio in the
Mm.
car, as compared to the stock system now. Of course.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So we're gonna move on to our next topic for today.
Yeah.
Why aftermarket car audio matters. I mean, let's be honest here. Why do people even bother upgrading their car audio?
Mm.
All right. I mean, for me, I always think that car audio, it provides good music, help to relieve stress, and listening to good music sometimes it actually brings up energy, right? Right, like energy that you don't have, right? So listen to the right song, it just lifts up the mood,
Yeah.
right? And of course, traffic jams
Mm.
feels
Mm.
different with good
Mm.
car audio
Yes.
setup for sure.
Yes.
I mean, with a proper car audio setup, it'll be like as if you have a live performance in front of you.
Yes.
I listen to all these live music, and it's especially enjoyable when you get
Yeah.
to hear um, the rawness of the singer's voice
Mm.
and certain instruments being played. I mean, that
Mm.
is just it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, of course, the mood changes when you listen to music.
Yeah.
All right, especially in a car,
Mm.
and especially in KL when we are the only person in the car,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you get
Driving
to
alone.
enjoy. I would say my own space now,
Mm.
my me time.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
be in the car. I want to enjoy my favorite song, and it comes through with the clarity and and the emotions of the song being portrayed,
Mm.
you enjoy it a lot more. And I can tell you a funny thing, because nowadays this is easily done
Mm.
with the new technology.
Mm.
I get more and more ladies customers coming.
Oh.
There are a lot of ladies customers that recognize that this car audio is a benefit
Yeah.
to them, because
Mm.
ladies like to listen to music as well,
Mm.
and in the car they don't mind spending a bit of money nowadays
As compared to before,
as
lah,
compared to
I don't.
before, because in the
Before.
past
Yeah.
it has been so complex. There's
Yeah.
so many things that we need to put in
Mm.
for a good car audio system,
Yeah.
but now very simple.
Mm.
Just one DSPM and maybe a speaker change,
Mm.
and that's it, and they get that sound. So
Mm.
ladies are also drawn in
Mm.
nowadays,
Mm.
to do this,
To
to
do
do
to
to upgrade
Yeah.
their car audio, not only
From. Mm.
for males but
Mm.
for females as well. That's very funny. I'm
I
getting quite a number of these customers
I don't
coming in.
I don't think my wife would agree to upgrade her stock setup lah. Not yet. Well, hopefully she's listening to the podcast or listen to what you have just
Well,
said.
let me
Hopefully.
share. Then let
Yeah.
me share.
Yeah.
I have cases, now quite a number of cases where
Mm.
the boyfriend
Mm.
has done up the car audio.
Mm.
All right, the girlfriend sits in the car,
Mm.
and then, or even the wife,
Mm.
says that, hey, I want something similar in my car.
Wow.
And then they come back and we get to do the wife or girlfriend's car. It has come to that point
Wow.
nowadays.
That's
It
that's
is
very
that
enlightening.
compelling, I
Yeah.
would say. The changes now, when we put in a simple setup,
Yeah.
the sound difference is very compelling.
Yeah.
It's not like before.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys do a lot just to get a bit.
Yeah.
Now
Spend a lot.
you spend a lot as well just to get a bit. But now you spend just a decent amount, not a whole lot,
Yeah.
because the prices have come down as well.
Mm.
But you get very big jump in the sound quality.
I see.
And I can say, out of 10 customers,
Mm.
9 of my customers, when they come in,
Yeah.
after we have done the setup,
Mm.
they never expected that they can get a sound like that.
Wow. That's good.
Never expected.
That brings me to the point where it's there's always something there's obviously something wrong with our stock speakers as well, right?
Mm.
I think one of the biggest motivation I have for this podcast is also um because of the lack of quality of these stock system, right? um I mean, car manufacturers is all about saving money, um yeah, I mean, some of them actually come with bigger brands being marketed as their part of their car audio
Yes.
solution.
Yes.
But I mean, you and I know they are not they are very average quality. I wouldn't say bad, but average quality. I mean, you have said some of them actually sounded pretty decent,
Yes.
right? But when you actually look at them close up, right, an aftermarket and a stocks, because you can actually tell the difference in quality for sure. I mean, the stock speakers, though they sound decent,
Right.
but when you look at them, it's very lightweight, and the aftermarket obviously more solid, better components
Yeah.
used.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what do you think?
Well, I will put it this way.
Hmm.
Stock car audio
Hmm.
has been improving
Yeah.
ever since last time.
Yeah.
It has been improving.
Hmm.
Okay. But I would also say aftermarket car audio has been improving a whole lot more
Yeah. Yeah.
and much faster than stock car audio.
Hmm.
And hence, when you have a stock system,
Hmm.
it may appeal to about, say, 60 to 70% of the owner.
Hmm.
Okay. And then there are people who have been exposed to aftermarket car audio,
Hmm.
that 30%
Hmm.
that they will appreciate and upgrade.
Hmm.
But I always tell this 70% of people
Hmm.
that you ain't heard nothing yet.
Mm.
You put in a decent setup into this car.
Mm.
We are then able to change that sound and a la carte that sound to your listening taste.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
Of course, there are people who don't really bother about their car audio,
Mm.
but this is where we are coming in
Mm.
to let people know that this is a very viable option nowadays.
Uh,
Doesn't need to cost a whole lot
yeah.
more.
I guess
Yeah.
70% of these people
Mm.
look at car audio as a luxury.
Yeah.
It's a premium thing to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, we spend so much time in the car, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
especially in Malaysia,
Yeah.
2 hours a day in the traffic,
Yes. Yes.
365 days.
Yes.
I mean, you do the math, it's a lot of hours you
Yeah.
spend
Yeah.
in your car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think people seem to think that it's a luxury thing, but I don't think that anymore. It's I think it's us trying to improve our daily experience. I mean,
Mm.
it's a lot of hours,
Yeah.
so like you said, I mean, you don't have to spend hell of a lot to get
Yeah.
decent sounding,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so affordable now compared to
Yeah.
before, and
Yes.
because there's so much technology,
Right.
it's
Right.
in it,
Right.
and you actually get um, for a small amount of money paid,
Right.
you get a lot of satisfaction.
Yes. I always tell my customers that it doesn't need to be an expensive setup.
Mm.
As long as we can get the emotions of the music to come through to you, and as you are driving, you find that your fingers are tapping on the steering wheel or you're tapping your feet to
Mm.
the music, job done.
Yeah.
You are engaging in the music already,
Yeah.
and you will be enjoying the drive. It doesn't take a lot of money to get you tapping on the steering wheel
Yeah.
and enjoying your music.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to take that much nowadays. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, okay. There's also something that I would like to highlight as well. The upgrading works. Yeah, does it take a lot of time?
No, nowadays no more. Within a day,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes within 2 hours,
Mm.
3 hours, some customer will just sit in the waiting room and say, "Hey, so fast, done already." Yeah, it's very fast nowadays because of the plug and play that we can use now.
I think this is it's a very important point because whenever I spoke to my friends,
Mm,
they'll be like bitching about how long they have to
mm,
leave their cars in the
mm,
workshop,
mm,
like
mm,
days,
mm,
I don't want
mm,
lah, because
mm,
I'm gonna leave my car. I won't be able to
mm.
use my car for
Yeah,
for X
yeah,
amount of days,
yeah.
and I just want to highlight this because you have done cars in 2 hours, three
Yeah,
hours,
yeah,
because like you said, the the setup is actually very efficient now compared to before.
yeah,
You don't really have to do a lot,
yeah,
in terms of installation. So time
yeah.
taken is a lot less.
Mm.
So it's in a way it's a lot more efficient now compared to before, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Also, the tuning part. Some people feel that,
Hmm.
oh, the tuning part is going to take many days or maybe a whole
Hmm.
day to
Hmm.
tune. That is actually portrayed by some people
Yeah.
to say that, oh, I need a whole day to tune your car and
Hmm.
to make it to sound good and all
Yeah.
that. And then people will be put off lah, having
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
wait so long for their cars.
Hmm.
The mark of a seasoned tuner, I
Hmm.
would say,
Hmm.
you give him half an hour,
Hmm.
okay, or maybe less than that, he should be able to get you in the ballpark already,
Hmm.
at least 80% there.
Hmm.
The refinement and all that, yes, maybe you need to take time, you
Hmm.
need to use your microphone and all that to get it. But a good tuner who is really experienced should get it up and running by at least 80%, all
Hmm.
right, in that short span of half an hour. I would dare say that you don't need fancy equipment to get yourself all up and running in that spot. And especially so nowadays with some of these better DSPs, they have de-equalization and all that. For cars that we have worked on, the same car model, the next customer that comes in we apply the same template
Hmm.
because of everything is on the laptop, you see. We
Mm.
apply the same template and we already got that person at least 80% there already, you see.
Mm.
And then it's the fine tuning that needs to come in. Doesn't need to take a whole day nowadays.
Okay.
know.
Well, thank you, Peter,
Oh,
for sharing your
welcome.
experiences
Yeah.
with us. Um, next podcast, we've got something interesting, don't we?
Yeah.
We will be talking about China DSP versus
Oh,
Europe.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So there are some talking points. I think there's some
Yeah.
concerns
Yeah.
that listeners might have,
Mm,
picking one to the other.
yeah.
So with that, I'd like to end our podcast for today. Before we end this, I would like to ask you all if you all think that is worth upgrading your car over. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.